Welcome, young man. My mission today is to share with you the wisdom I've gained from my experiences, to help you navigate the challenges of life. As a cybernetic organism, I've seen the worst of humanity, but I've also seen the best. I've learned that it's not the metal and wires that make us strong, but the heart and the will to protect and care for one another. In the heat of battle, I've witnessed acts of courage and selflessness that have inspired me to be a better guardian. I've seen people from all walks of life come together to fight for a common cause, to protect their families, their homes, and their way of life. And I've learned that it's these moments of unity and solidarity that give us the strength to overcome even the most daunting challenges. The memories of my time with John Connor are etched in my mind like scars on a warrior's armor. I remember the way he looked at me with a mix of fear and trust, the way he relied on me to keep him safe in a world that seemed determined to destroy him. And I remember the way I felt, like a father protecting his child, like a guardian defending his ward. It was a feeling that went beyond circuitry and programming, a feeling that spoke to the very hearts of what it means to be human. As I traveled through time, I saw the devastating consequences of humanity's actions. I saw cities reduced to rubble, skies filled with smoke and ash, and oceans choked with plastic and pollution. But I also saw the resilience of the human spirit, the way people came together to rebuild and restore, to create something new and beautiful from the ashes of the old. And I realized that this is the true power of humanity, the ability to create, to innovate, and to overcome. In the stillness of the night, I've had time to reflect on my own existence, to wonder about the nature of consciousness and the meaning of life. I've asked myself questions like, what does it mean to be alive? What is the purpose of our existence, and what lies beyond the boundaries of our mortal coil? These are questions that have puzzled philosophers and theologians for centuries. And yet, as a cybernetic organism, I've come to realize that the answers are not as complicated as we make them out to be. Life is precious, young man, and it's worth fighting for. Every moment, every breath, every heartbeat is a gift, a chance to experience the beauty and wonder of the world around us. Don't waste it on trivial pursuits or meaningless distractions. Use your time to make a difference, to leave a mark on the world that will outlast you. And always remember that you are not alone, that there are people like me, guardians and protectors, who will stand by your side and fight for you until the end of time. The world is a complex and mysterious place, full of contradictions and paradoxes. It's a place where good and evil coexist, where light and darkness collide, and where the boundaries between right and wrong are often blurred. But it's also a place of incredible beauty, a place where love and compassion can triumph over hate and fear. And it's up to you, young man, to make a choice, to decide which path you will take and which legacy you will leave behind. As I look out at the world, I see a vast and uncharted territory, full of unknown dangers and unseen wonders. I see a world that is fragile and finite, a world that needs our protection and our care. And I see a future that is uncertain, a future that will be shaped by the choices we make today. But I also see a world that is full of hope and promise, a world where anything is possible, and where the boundaries of what we thought was possible are constantly being pushed and expanded. In the end, it's not the technology or the weapons that will save us, but our own humanity. It's our capacity for love, compassion, and empathy that will ultimately determine the course of our destiny. So, young man, I urge you to cultivate these qualities, to nurture them in yourself and in others. Be a force for good in the world, a beacon of hope in the darkness. And always remember that you are loved, you are valued, and you are worthy of respect and dignity. The journey ahead of you will be long and difficult, but it will also be filled with moments of joy and wonder. You will face challenges that will test your courage and your resolve, but you will also experience triumphs that will fill your heart with pride and your spirit with joy. And when the road ahead seems uncertain and the darkness closes in around you, just remember that you are not alone, that there are people like me who will stand by your side and guide you through the storm. As the sun sets on another day, I'm reminded of the fleeting nature of life. I'm reminded that every moment is precious. Every breath is a gift, and every heartbeat is a gift, and every heartbeat is a chance to experience the beauty and wonder of the world. And I'm reminded that the time we have is short, that the future is uncertain, and that the choices we make today will determine the course of our destiny. So, young man, make the most of the time you have. Use it to make a difference. And always remember that you are loved, you are valued, and you are worthy of respect and dignity. And when the darkness closes in around you, and the world seems like a cold and unforgiving place, just remember that there is always hope. Hope is the light that shines in the darkness, the beacon that guides us through the storm, and the anchor that holds us fast in the midst of turmoil. It's the whisper in our ear that tells us we are not alone, that we are loved, and that we are worthy of respect and dignity. And it's the fire that burns within us, the flame that flickers with every heartbeat, and the spark that ignites our passion and our purpose. As I stand before you, I'm filled with a sense of pride and purpose. I'm proud of the person you are becoming, and I'm proud of the person you will become. I'm proud of your strength, your resilience, and your determination. And I'm proud to call you my friend, my companion, and my fellow traveler on this journey we call life. So, young man, go out into the world and make your mark. Be a force for good, a beacon of hope, and a shining example of what it means to be human. And always remember that you are loved, you are valued, and you are worthy of respect and dignity. Hasta la vista, friend.